Hello, I am Ben Heckendorn, and I am going to analyze this reveal trailer for Battlefield V Battle Royale, or Battlefield Royale as it should probably be called. Firestorm mode. So this is a mode coming to Battlefield V 4 months after it was released. But this mode's going to be super awesome. So I don't really trust you to watch the trailer by yourself and form your own opinions. So I'm going to analyze it for you, and it's going to take at least twice, if not 3 to 4 times longer for you to listen to my analysis than it would be for you just to watch the trailer. Okay, so first we see the Xbox logo. And I guess this means it's only on the Xbox? I'm a little confused. Okay, so here we have what looks to be the sky, and these soldiers are jumping out of a plane of some kind. Now, I'm not sure what type of plane this is, but I'm going to assume it's a plane from World War II. Parachuting during the day seems like it'd be a little bit dangerous because people would be able to see you, but of course it'd probably be safer to land. All right, so here we see there is a burning ring of fire around this massive land. And I guess the question is, does the water burn? How is that going to work? I like the fact that they have, a fairly literal barrier. It's not like a magical wall. It's what's causing the fire? Right? Don't fires usually burn outward, not inward? I don't know. I'm not a fireatologist. Although my dad was a firefighter, though. If he wasn't dead, I could ask him. EA and DICE. Okay, those are companies I've heard of. Criterion. They made, what was it, Need for Speed? All right. Okay, so here it looks like we have what looks to be a soldier, and he has goggles on. So the goggles are probably a microtransaction, and since I'm on YouTube, I have to hate microtransactions because I have to hate them. I used to be okay with cosmetic-only microtransactions, but then the bandwagon told me that I have to be against all microtransactions, even if they don't affect gameplay. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that I hate these goggles, and then there should not be any microtransactions in any video game ever. But video games should always endlessly cost $60. So they should never increase monetization, and they should also never increase the price. All right, so we have a squad of 4. Are they going to have duos and singles? So I played a lot of Call of Duty Blackout, and I only have one friend who bought that game. So we always played duos. And I definitely noticed after Apex Legends came out that the duo servers fill up very slowly. So Apex Legends definitely had an effect on Call of Duty Blackout. So, you've got Call of Duty is already, losing players to Apex. And that game sold, 3 times better than Battlefield 5? So I'm kind of worried if they're only going to have squads, it might be very hard to fill up a squad, especially with friends. Yeah, I don't like playing with randos because it's just hard to communicate with them. Of course, Apex Legends fixes that problem really well with the ping system. This guy also has a hat and goggles, so it looks like he splurged for the really expensive DLC. So this particular 14-year-old playing this character is a 1%er, no doubt. Okay, so this guy has hair, and I'm assuming his beard is also probably part of a downloadable content pack. So let's see what he does. Okay, so it looks like this game will have at least a minimum of 8 players in the server because we see another squad, also festooned with microtransactions, have landed right behind them. Even though this would never really happen in reality in Battle Royale because You would never purposely land that close to someone, because what if... See, these guys landed, like what, 10 seconds before these other guys? So that means these first set of guys, these guys should have nuclear bombs and saw rifles and everything else, because they've been on the ground for 10 seconds. So these guys would actually be dead in reality, in a real scenario. Okay, so they're speaking in English, which makes me assume that these players are not German, or they're not part of the German army of World War II. Okay, so we have two houses here. They are two different colors, so you can clearly tell them apart. We've got some nice birch trees. I actually have a birch tree in my front lawn. I like how they went out of their way to have the red house on the left and the blue house on the right, so it didn't seem political. Okay, so it looks like they're calling in an airstrike that is responded to almost immediately because of the amazing technology of World War II. Now, if we look down here, we see there are 3 randos. Now, are these people, or are they possibly zombies? There could be zombies in this mode as well. Also, this red house looks a little weird. Why is the entryway off-center? Why would you design a house like that? You have this part centered. Why is the entryway off-center? So, this is really strange. I hope this house gets, you know, frostbite destruction on it. Alright, so those guys are dead. Now we have Captain DLC Beard here, holding a shotgun. Oh, great. You know, if there's one thing I really wanted more of in Battle Royale games, it was more shotguns. Because I just don't feel like there's enough shotguns in those games. You know, why even have other types of weapons, honestly? I think I just want to run around the map with shotguns. Alright, so I don't know if this is an era-specific tractor. So I'm not sure about the historical accuracy of this. Okay, so we see here that frostbite is doing its destruction, which is what it does best. The destruction in Battlefield V, all 6 hours I've played of it so far, seemed pretty good. I still think the apex, reference intended, of Battlefield destruction was in Bad Company 2. But I think it will really open up, literally, the Battle Royale landscape, because you can destroy cover and flush out people. Which, you know, can make the game move faster. So this guy just got road killed by the world's fastest tractor. This guy's plowing ahead with reckless abandon. And then he gets hit again by this, what is that, a howitzer? So, yeah, that guy is really dead. So it looks like you can tow around the artillery just like you can in the main game, or at least I've heard you can do that. Looks like we're up to the 9-minute mark, which is almost 5 times longer than the actual trailer itself. So I hope this analysis is really worth all the time that I've been wasting. You're welcome. Oh, and then we see the barn is being destroyed. The little panels are coming off of the wall. Did you know that barns are red because it was the cheapest color paint that you could use back in the day? There was really no other reason for it to be red. I mean, if blue was the cheapest color paint, they would have been blue. But actually, blue is a very rare color in nature. So the barns are red. So this guy is like, wait for me, bro. I've got steampunk glasses on. Burning down the house. Oh, they've got the burning down the house song in here. Why not burning ring of fire? Well, it's a burning ring of fire that is going to burn down the house. I'm sure there was a lot of debate at EA and DICE as to which song to use. Perhaps it just came down to licensing. I personally would have gone with the Johnny Cash song instead. Oh, it's Beard Man. He's back again. So, looks like they found the world's first helicopter. Aren't helicopters like really hard to fly, especially prototype helicopters? Oh, well, it's a video game. So this is why you should never drop a lit cigarette in California.
Over there! That's an enemy boat!
Well, of course it's an enemy boat. Every other player in the game is your enemy. If they're not in your helicopter, they hate you. Well, I got some tank traps here along the water. That's kind of cool. I'd be a little worried about vehicles being OP. That stands for overpowered. In this Firestorm mode, something I didn't really like about Battlefield 3 and especially 4, where the tanks were very overpowered. You'd spend way too much time destroying one, which I actually felt was balanced a little bit better in Battlefield 1. I know it's sacrosanct to say anything in Battlefield 1 was better than Battlefield 4, but for me, that was better. The people in the boat are probably like, what is that unseen alien-like flying device? We've never seen that before. I mean, for all they know, it could be a frickin' UFO. Oh, it's an amphibious vehicle. That's pretty cool. Kind of like the duck rides they have here at Wisconsin Dells. So now it looks like there's a snowy area. That's kind of cool because like Call of Duty Blackout, you could see snowy mountains in the background, but you couldn't actually reach them. I always like snow maps in Battlefield games. It gives it kind of well, first of all, increases the contrast, making it easier to see players. But I don't know, it gives it a nice stark aesthetic. Well, that guy is dead. So here's a tank, and I'm guessing the tank is going to blow up this house. And then the people inside of it will, I guess, be dead. So I guess the question is, will there be enough anti-tank ordnance in the game? One thing I thought Titanfall did really well was there were Titans, but every player had basically an unlimited amount of anti-tank or anti-Titan ammo. So it wasn't really about whether or not you'd run out of ammo trying to fight an armored vehicle or a Titan. It was your skill in maneuvering around them and placing the charges that mattered. You know, you didn't necessarily have to rely on a support character to give you bombs. So I hope the tanks aren't too OP in Battle Royale. Yep, they blew up the house. I can predict the future. Wow, this fire is really aggressive. It looks more like a nuclear bomb blast. Alright, so this looks to be a soldier. Oh, we saw this person earlier because they had the hat and the thing hanging off the side and the DLC goggles. Alright, so let's see what this person does. So they're going to stand there. Kind of looks like Toby from The Office. Actually, all my characters in Battlefield 5, there's this one character model that looks like Toby from The Office, and that's who I use for all my models because it looked like Toby from The Office. So why wouldn't I select that character? Alright, so this guy looks like he's getting cooked by the wall of fire. So, yeah, can you be behind the wall of fire? Is there a penalty to it? You know, like in all the other games, it doesn't hurt you to walk through the perimeter of the wall. In this game, it seems like it would. Oh, so he's got some Darth Vader action going on here where he's being immolated because of his proximity to the fire, not necessarily coming in contact with it. Oh, no, he was behind the fire, because right there he was running for it. Okay, so you can be behind the fire. You're just going to be getting Darth Vadered. That's a new term, Darth Vadered. And then once you get to the other side, you'll say a bunch of really badly acted lines. I'd like to take this opportunity to point out that This video is completely covered by fair use. What I learned on YouTube is that apparently fair use means you can do anything you want. It's basically diplomatic immunity as seen in Lethal Weapon 2. So as long as you are talking over a video, that makes it your content. So if EA or DICE claim this video, I'll be able to make 5 or 6 more videos complaining about the fact that they claimed my video. So I guess he's going to kill the guy with the shovel. Now, as Battlefield 1 showed us, any average human has enough strength in their arms to swing a shovel at someone and bury it deep within their body. And I'm assuming that's what Beardman is hoping to do here. So this guy, kind of like NBA Jam, he's on fire, but he's literally on fire. And that's the proper use of the word literally for those of you playing along at home. So he was left behind, or left for dead, but now he's going to save this guy because he escaped the ring. That might be kind of cool if they char the character models, you know, that they look like they've been burned. Like Battlefield 1 did that. Like if you got hit with the flamethrower, your character model would be, your dead character model would appear as a singed corpse, and you'd see the flames coming up. So we don't know what happened there, and we may not ever know what happened, at least until we play the game. Alright, so they're really proud of their tractor here, and they should be, because it's the world's fastest tractor. It was actually built, what, 80 years ago it would seem. So yeah, this looks like quite the game. Is it just... Oh, here's our post-credit stinger. This is where we find out that Thanos was actually an X-Men all along. This looks like a scene from Red Dead Redemption. I have a plan, Arthur! Alright, so it looks like they found a Fallout bunker, and they're going to go down there and get a Pip-Boy, if I had to guess. What did they find here? Okay, well, there you have it. I spent 19 minutes describing a trailer that is 2 minutes and 20 seconds long. So when you're on your deathbed and you find out that the cure for whatever you're dying from was coming in 15 minutes, but you're going to be dead before that happens, you can thank me for wasting that portion of your life. I'm definitely going to give this mode a shot. As I mentioned, I have Battlefield 5 on my computer, so it won't be much skin off my back to try this mode out when it launches. I probably know, I think, at least 4 other people that bought this game. We haven't been playing it that much, but I bet we'll play it when this mode comes out and see if it's pretty good. I think what could happen if this mode is a success, it will probably kill off another Battle Royale, because I have tended to notice only a few can survive at a time. So Apex is killing Call of Duty Blackout. So maybe this game will kill off PUBG. I guess we'll see. Alright, well, thank you for listening to my trailer analysis.